Right, I've already started quite an interesting discussion with our guest this morning, Ibi Kontein, the founder and creative director of Sabi Arts, Nigerian theatre company rooted in bold storytelling and community impact. Now, as a writer, director, and producer, Ibi uses performance as a way to challenge injustice, amplify unheard voices, and spark difficult but necessary conversations. It is great to have you, Ibi. You are welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Prior to this time, I was trying to tell her that she should be in The Hague and all that, fighting for the rights of the marginalized in maybe Nigeria or somewhere. You studied international law, yeah?
Yes.
How did you pivot? How did you vault into theatre?
So I haven't left international law, but I added theatre as a passion.
As a passion,
yes.
Okay. How did it all start for you?
When I was doing my first degree, I was in 100 level, and I saw a group come up during my orientation to put up a play. And I figured, you know what, I love this and I want to be a part of this. So I started off theatre as an actor. And when I started acting, I knew I wanted to control the stories that I was acting on stage. I could do that. And then in 2018, I went to study writing for stage. And then I started writing my own stories. And I wanted to be more behind the scenes, to control these stories more. So then I started directing. And being in the theater space, being in, in telling stories, right, there's not a lot of funding, so I figured I would do this myself. I can write the stories, I can direct it to control the stories I'm telling, so I might as well go up into producing them. So that's how I have been here. And I stayed here because of the kind of stories I tell and the kind of stories that I want people to see, right? In Nigeria especially, we're not used to having uncomfortable conversations. So that's where I come in.
So when you say uncomfortable conversations, what exactly are you talking about?
On the issues of advocacy, of feminism, on things like sex work. Like the project I have coming up for this weekend, this Easter, it explores the lives of sex workers in Nigeria, especially existing in a patriarchal and religious society. It's
some countries recognize them as workers who even pay tax in some situations, but of course due to our culture, tradition, I think the way that we see things, that is going to be quite an uncomfortable conversation
It's a very uncomfortable conversation because we cannot deny the existence of these people.
Oh, and incidentally, you might be surprised that they are patronized even much more in these climes than over there.
Exactly.
We have data from, internet data that shows that we visit some of these X-rated sites even more than the developed countries. So I think we're a country that likes to facade. We always try to leave a facade, uncomfortable, but under there are a lot of people that wouldn't mind, but hey, we have to keep that facade and all of that. So going out and telling all these kind of stories, what has the feedback been since you have been doing this? The
feedback has been great because people want to say something, but they don't say it. So now they're looking for someone else to come out and tell these stories, right? The first time I staged this particular project, this play, was in 2022. And I had people reaching out to say, oh, I haven't seen something like this before. Or these are topics that I don't hear people addressing. I don't hear people talking about. Why are we not having these conversations? Which is why I'm bringing it back, right? In the society that we live in, Nigerians are very religious, very strong cultural and moral values. But again, these things are happening because they're real. If there was no demand, there would be no supply. So we cannot say that we are denying these people's existence or we're berating them for this lifestyle. You cannot push away a problem by ignoring it, right? These are human beings, and these are conversations that we will have, and that's why I tell the stories that I tell.
What's the title? The play that you're having is
Back for Ground.
Back
for Ground. Yeah, so it's
that just says it all.
Exactly.
That just says it all.
Because as a typical Nigerian, you should know, money for hand.
I would believe that this would not even need a synopsis as it were. But hey, come on, can you give us a little tidbit into what it is all about and why people should come see it?
So Back for Ground explores the life of a sex worker called Ijoma, right? In her past, this is the life that she has lived. Now, we see her trying to transition to living into normal society and the pushback that she's getting. We're getting an education, we're getting married, we're living a normal functioning life. And everybody is attaching that to her past. So how do we see ourselves in Ijoma? Because everybody has a past life that you're living, right? And how do we move from seeing sex work as a crime, as this terrible thing, to seeing it as, you know what, this happens, right? And it doesn't take away from who a person is. So that's what we're exploring with this play. And it's this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And oh, I have a discount code for people listening in.
Okay.
The discount code is TVC, so they can text us on Instagram. Yes?
No,
for
no,
TVC
no need for that. Just go there, tell them Mike sent you.
Tell them Mike sent you.
They'll give you VIP.
You get, you get VIP, tell them
if
Mike
they don't
sent
give you
VIP,
VIP, just tell me, I'll talk to her. But wonderful. So where is this going to be staged at?
Muzon Center, Lagos Island. Yes.
Wonderful, and people can go see it and all of that. The final word, what is, at the end of this, what do you want to see at the end of this show? Or with all these uncomfortable stories that you tell and these things, what impact do you expect this to have in society at large? What are you expecting?
The first for me is a change in our view, a change in our perception and how we see these things. Last year, I staged a play called Waterside, and it explored the oil exploration in South Nigeria. Now, these are conversations that we barely have, or there is only one version of it that we know, right? So to tell history the way it should be told, you have to control the narrative. So for me, it's people need to see things from a different point of view. Oh, I used to think one way before. Now I know there are 3 ways to this, right? You used to think, oh, sex work, you know, people that have been sex workers in their life, or these are condemned, or these are not human beings. But no, we need to see it from a wide angle view. We need to start learning to see people as human beings. This is the issue. How do we address it? How do we treat it? How do I come away from this experience knowing that, oh, now I have a better and more comprehensive view of this issue, of this part of my society, because it's not going away.
When she said wide angle, yes, she actually is a director. Thank you so much, Ibi. It's been a pleasure having you and wishing you the best at the show, the stage in this.
Thank you,
this
and I hope to see you there.
I would. VIP, Abi.
You got it.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll take a time out now, and we will be back. There's still quite a lot more to come this morning.